Dun Shoach World.
Welcome to Shoach World Gamers, Josh here, and as this week draws to a close, I wanted to take a moment to look at this week's biggest news stories, this week's gaming announcements, and this week's new video game releases. If this is your first time on the channel, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button to join in on the fun. Alright gamers, as always we will kick off this week in review with a few news stories. Now, it seems like every couple of months we get word of a new big hack where a bunch of confidential company plans are stolen, and the hackers try to blackmail the company with the threat of leaking said info. Now, the company never pays, and the info is released, and before long the hackers are usually caught, and they end up facing some pretty serious legal charges. Well, it appears the hackers still have not learned this plan doesn't work, because, well, it happened again. This time the company being hacked is Insomniac Games. They of course did not pay, and we now have a leaked roadmap of their planned games releases for the next few years, with a Venom game coming in 2025, the previously announced Wolverine game is scheduled for 2026, a Spider-Man sequel being Spider-Man 3 in 2028, and an X-Men game coming in 2030. Now, in some promising news for those of us hoping that on the other side of this Microsoft Activision deal, once all the dust has settled, those who are actually employed by Activision Blizzard will find themselves in a better work environment, because looking back on what has been reported over the past few years, well, it couldn't be much worse. Well, The Verge is reporting that 1 week from today, on December 29th, CEO and, well, industry-wide recognized scumbag of Activision Blizzard, CEO Bobby Kotick, will be gone and no longer will be part of the video game industry. And to that, we here at Shoach World Gaming would like to give a big cheers and say good riddance. Now, in some shocking news, Hogwarts Legacy, which it was just one of the best games this year. We here at Shoach World Gaming, we absolutely love the game and we highly recommend it. It was actually, I want to say it was probably runner-up this year, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, as my game of the year. Although it was ceremoniously absent from most gaming awards lists for 2023. Well, the gaming community have not ignored this awesome game, as it is, as of December 13th, it is actually still the best-selling game of 2023 here in the US. Will it be able to hold off Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 over the last few weeks of December? I guess only time will tell, but I'm glad to see that the awesome work that the team at Avalanche Software did on this game has paid off. Next up, let's take a look at some gaming announcements. Now, Jubilee received an announcement trailer this week. The game is a fast, precise platforming game designed around challenging platforming controls. The game will kind of remind you of games like Super Meat Boy or Celeste. The game is releasing on February 9th for the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, the Xbox One, and Xbox Series systems. Also, Hub is an upcoming game that's a side-scrolling platforming game that I'm really looking forward to. You play as a young boy being hunted on a post-apocalyptic, abandoned Earth. The game received a release date trailer this week, unveiling that we will be getting our hands on the game on January 19th on the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, the PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series systems. Also, Tools Up Ultimate Edition received a release date announcement trailer this week and will release on January the 5th, with all 3 DLC episodes included, as well as an all-new versus mode that includes free-for-all as well as team-based battles. The game itself is a local co-op party-style game where you renovate by painting walls, tearing off wallpaper, moving couches, and other kind of home improvement stuff as you rush against the clock. The base game is available now on the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series systems, with the Ultimate Edition launching on all systems on January 5th. Alright gamers, now this is where we would normally go over this week's new video game releases, but this being a holiday week, there really was not much in the way of game releases. We did do our normal game release video on Monday, but we had some fun covering some recently released holiday games, so I will definitely link that video at the end of this one, so definitely check that video out after this one for some fun holiday games and info on the few digital games that did release. Now this coming Monday we will not have a video as there's really not any games releasing this week, but we will be back the following Monday on the 1st with that week's new video game releases, so definitely check back for that. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, because we release every Monday the games releasing for that week, and every Friday we do release our week in review video. Alright gamers, that concludes this week in review for the week ending on December 22nd. The week started with the Naughty Dog officially announcing that The Last of Us multiplayer game has been cancelled. Then, IGN bestowed its Game of the Year crown for 2024 to The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. And the week ended with us entering the holiday weekend as we get ready for Christmas on Monday. But let me know anything we may have missed in the comments, and thanks for joining us today gamers. Ghost World, out.